So 2025 is in 3 months and you want to be the best version of yourself, right? That's why you're here, that's why you clicked on the video. So how do we do that? That is what we're going to talk about in this video. Hi, I'm Smile and welcome to my YouTube. So first things first, define your best version, your dream girl, your best self. Who is that person? What do they do? How do they spend their days? Who do they surround themselves with? What do they eat? What do they smell like? I want you to get into the details of who this person is and not the surface. Like, it's very easy for me to sit here and think, okay, my best self is somebody who's rich, somebody who's happy and healthy. These are very broad umbrella terms. There are thousands of people who are rich, happy, and healthy. What is your specific best version? I want you to do a visualization exercise if you're a visual person, or write it down. Look at it as this exercise. Imagine yourself, you're an actor and you have to prepare for this character. I know this is easy for me because I'm an actor and this is what we do, right? Whenever we are making a character sketch, we get into the details of this person's psychology, this person's dress, this person's smell, this person's family. I want you to go into the detail as if you are an actor and you're preparing for the best role of your life. Okay? Now the second step is to write down your own echo chamber and your current self. We all live in our own worlds. We all live in our echo chambers, and whether you accept it or not, it's a fact. So write down where you are spending your energy at, where you're spending your time with, what are you doing in your days, what is your current self, what is your echo chamber that you've created, what is your own little world that you've created for yourself. There's nothing good and bad, just the current self, right? And this is what people don't tell you about being the best version of yourself. The truth is that you're never going to be the best, because if you be the best, then learning stops, right? You have to focus on being better. Right now, this is my current self. I have to focus on being better. Being better than what? Being better than yesterday. That's it, right? And we have this idea like that our future best version is somehow a different different entity than our current self, when that's not true. Actually, it's you are only going to be yourself, or kuch nahi ho sakte tum. The 5-year-old you was also you, the 50-year-old you will also be you. The only difference is time, and if you're getting better and if you're learning. So I think we have to shift our perspective towards whoever this person that I'm imagining myself to be as is not a this different entity than who I am, right? Because think about it, this best version that you want to be, let's say they're very successful and they're this big entrepreneur, for example, right? And we think जब हम बहुत ज़्यादा successful हो जाएंगे, I'll be free of stress, I'll be free of responsibilities, I'll be free, I can do whatever I want to do. When in fact that future self is actually working 20 times more than what we are doing right now. So if we are running away from hard work, from the things that we have to do in order to grow, we are never going to be that best version. You're never going to achieve what you want to achieve. So you have to start to fall in love with the process of nothing but being better than what you were yesterday. And if you're going to be living your life from the perspective of being a learner, being a grower, you will realize that whatever it is that I do today matters. Let me give you a gym example, okay? Let's say I want to lift 50 kgs. I want to do bicep curls of 50 kgs. And right now I am at 20 kgs. If I continue to lift 20 kgs for the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, on the 4th month, I'll be able to lift 25, right? And that's how you keep growing your strength. But if I say, nee, I want to lift 50 only, I will not be able to do it, right? I have to start with where I am and only focus on being better than yesterday. And maybe one day I will be able to lift those 50 kgs. That is why it's very important for you to define your current self, your current echo chamber, because that's what's going to help us in our third point. So do your shadow work, okay? Understand what are these subconscious beliefs that I hold, bring them to the light, because as the famous quote goes that your unconscious will control you until it's brought in the conscious. So you have to understand those patterns, where they're coming from, how they were formed, and only then will you be able to change them. You cannot change something that you don't know. Now, the third step is take out the garbage. Just get it out. I mean, literal garbage and your emotional garbage. Tell me one thing. What is that 5-year-old shirt doing right now sitting in your closet that you know very well that you're never going to wear? That's what we do in our lives. We keep these habits, these people, these old beliefs, old stuff that we know we are not going to use, it's not going to help us grow, but we keep them. That's why we have to be aware of what is the garbage that we've surrounded ourselves with. Start with cleaning out your closet. Whatever or whoever is not going to be serving you in being the best version of yourself, that needs to go. It's as simple as that. And I always say this, when you choose something, you lose something. So if you're going to choose growth, you're going to have to lose out on your comfort, on things that are not serving you, on toxic relationships, whatever it is. You have to say no to them. Cool? The fourth step is that you can definitely do a physical glow up if you want to, and if you want to know more about it, we have a separate video already. It's called How to Be More Attractive. You can follow those steps. But if you're not going to do all the steps that we are mentioning in this video and just focus on how you look, it won't matter because nothing's going to change. However, I feel like having a physical glow up does give you a confidence boost. It makes you feel differently. So if you want to do that, you can definitely go and watch that video. And the reason I'm telling you to not think about your looks first is because when we are having this glow up, right, sometimes what happens is we try to follow trends, whatever is trending. But when you do all these steps that I'm trying to tell you now, when you try and understand who you are and what you want to be, then you're going to have a clear perspective of what this person looks like, and then you'll be able to have a proper physical glow up. And 3 months is a good enough time for you to have a complete physical glow, whether it is your hair color, your skincare, your fitness, your clothes, your style, anything. It's possible, it's fun. That's why I mentioned this point. Anyway, moving on to the next step, improve what you're ingesting in yourself on a daily basis. And by that, I mean your food, I mean the thoughts that you're ingesting, the information that you're ingesting, the kind of emotions you're ingesting in yourself on a daily basis. Now, I know it sounds very boring when somebody says eat healthy, exercise, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't recognize the importance of the things that you ingest in yourself, then you are never going to be able to achieve that best version. Okay? We are all surrounded by information. We are surrounded by people, the kind of food that we eat, it's making you feel a certain way. And that is why it is important to improve the quality of the things that we're ingesting in ourselves. And I myself, I am about to go on a 90-day challenge. I was supposed to make a separate video talking about it, but I'm just mentioning here. And 90 days I'm going on a challenge, and I'm going to be sharing each and everything that I learn in these 90 days. And it's something that I'm really excited about, something that had been on my mind for a long time, and I thought it's about time that I do this for myself and that I share this information, these new learnings, right? If you're interested in an absolute inside out approach of making your life better, do stay tuned. Anyway, so think about the first point. We've defined our best version. Does that best version, do they eat junk? Is that your best version? Be honest with yourself. Are they learning new topics, new things to help them grow in their career? What is it that they're doing? That's why I told you to get into the details. That's why this point is very, very important. The kind of emotions that they're ingesting on a daily basis. Is it a victim mindset? Are they surrounding themselves with people that make them feel low? That person doesn't do it. So right now you need to improve on the things, everything that you're ingesting on a daily basis. It matters, right? So now we've defined our best version, we've understood what our current self is, what our current echo chamber is, we've taken the garbage out, we've had a physical glow up, we've also improved everything that we're ingesting in ourselves. Now, the most important point, you have to find opportunities to introduce this new version in a practical way. I can sit here, I can sit in my room all day, and I can keep improving myself, my mental muscles, keep thinking positively, keep doing things which are good for me. But I have to also operate and be that person outside, right? So find opportunities. For example, if you want to say no, if you want to be this person, if you're working on your assertiveness and you want to say no, find opportunities where you can say no. And the most important point, Write down your success, note down your progress. How do athletes behave? They're always noting down their progress, right? I was able to do this a week prior. Am I improving? Am I not improving? And the reason I'm telling you this is because how are habits formed? Let's understand how habits are formed, right? There is a stimulus, right, which makes us do an action, and that action is then solidified because of a reward at the end, and then a habit is formed. For example, you feel hungry, right? You have your food, your dinner, and you feel satisfied, right? Now, what do we do when we are stacking habits? We will say, okay, let's say you watch Netflix with your dinner. So you felt hungry, you went to eat your food, you put your Netflix on, and the reward was double, because now not just satisfied. Your hunger is not just satisfied, but also you feel entertained. You feel like you watched your favorite movie or show. Maybe you had a long day and you were able to escape in this entertainment. Now this reward is double, right? That is what we want to do with our new habits. A habit is formed when there is a stimulus, we take action, and the reward. So the reward is very, very important, and we have to do it on a conscious level. So if I want to make a new habit of being assertive, I want to do that, and I find myself this opportunity that here I can be assertive. I take the action, I be assertive. Now I have to have something of a reward for myself. Now that reward can be journaling, that reward can be noting down my progress, telling myself that I'm proud of myself. That reward can also be, you know what, every time I'm assertive, I'm going to buy a plant. Okay. But make sure the rewards that you're choosing for yourself are not in chocolate and ice cream and alcohol. That's not going to help. What I've realized is you can do 30 minutes of yoga every day, but if you're not doing anything else the rest of the day and you're being lethargic, those 30 minutes are not going to help you. And that is why all these points are connected. Yeah, so find opportunities to take the actions that you want to take, and then note down your progress. You have 3 months. You can actually change your life. Always remember, the perspective has to be that I want to be better than what I was yesterday. I want to have the perspective of somebody who's a learner, somebody who's a grower. That has to be my core belief. I have to start operating from there, instead of thinking that if I become successful, then I can do whatever I want. You can't. You will have double responsibilities. You will have to work thrice, maybe 10 times more than what you're working right now. So, and I'll tell you what, let's say whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever this best self of you is, if that happened today, how would you be operating? Just take a moment and think of that. There'll be a lot of work, there'll be a lot of social maybe obligations, there'll be a lot of responsibilities. Yes, all the good parts will also be there. Yes, there'll be a lot of happiness, there'll be a lot of peace, there'll be a lot of good times, but not without the responsibilities. So if you want to have the freedom of your best self, it does not come without the responsibilities. And how do we start enjoying that? We have to fall in love with those responsibilities. And the reason I'm asking you to track down your progress is because that is what's going to make you solidify this new belief, this new self. Because we can think positively, we can tell ourselves, I believe in myself, but if you do not take the actions to solidify that belief, nothing's going to change. And that is why tracking your progress is very, very important. Because that's going to tell you that yes, I have grown from point A to point B. And so I can go from point B to point C, right? So track down your progress, make it a habit of journaling every day and thinking about every opportunity that you can take to be this new version of yourself. Maybe you'll fail once, maybe twice, maybe thrice, but it's a progress because you tried. And on the 4th, 5th time, maybe you'll be able to do it. Yeah? So find opportunities and track down your progress. Very, very important. Cool. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.